Stupid OBS. Okay, what do we got upstairs? Nothing in those cupboards. Newspaper. Controlled burn scheduled for Boone County. Uh-huh. Oh, my little avatar's not working. Is he going to work? Should I turn it off? I'll just turn it off. Okay. Weekly planner. So I can read cooking class and ballroom dancing. What's the first one though? I think it's couples something? No idea. Hi! Welcome in. Good to see you here. I'll turn on the lights. I don't know if it's a horror game or not, but it's a mystery game. Oops.
It's weird hanging out with girls. Daniel was around ever since I was little, and other girls? I don't know. But being around Lonnie is like instantly just right. I gave her the grand Psycho House tour and took my revenge on Super Nintendo. And it was like, I don't know, I finally found someone I feel normal around. I drove her home and she gave me this tape and said, "You have got to listen to this." I haven't stopped playing it since.
Yeah, I didn't read the description of the game properly, so I don't know if it's supposed to be a horror, but I think it is supposed to be a little on the scary side.
We're so cool, yeah, yeah. Yeah, we're so cool, cool. We're so cool, yeah, yeah. Fuck you too, cool schmuck. I don't wanna sit around and talk about it.
Too loud. Anything else? Another VCR gone. And a Nintendo gone too, I suppose. Because she's supposed to have the Nintendo. Oh, didn't mean to click on that. I remember those though. More cartridges. Super Spitfire. Her cupboard. Another board game. Another letter. Chapter of the King's Labyrinth. The magic eye things, I've not seen one in forever. Yeah, that's what they're called, the magic eye things. I do remember them. I haven't seen them in ages either. They used to give me such a headache. A dinosaur. Named Steggy. This is the one me and my dad are building. Wanna go for a ride when it's done. Not a challenging assignment. Metal plaque for family portrait. Reasonable subject, but not complex. When I said that Mum and Dad should be replaced with parents' names, I did not mean just add them underneath. Acceptable. Leveling on edges. Show more pride in work. Oh, that's not a nudie mag. Sorry, YOLO. Sam, I think that creative writing track would be perfect for you. Cool. Oh, back out into the hall. Whose room is this one? It's the other bathroom. Oops. Thought that was blood for a second. But it's hair dye.
Lonnie brought her hair dye over today. She said, I need to fix these roots. Think you could help? Dyeing hair is weirdly intimate. I don't know if I've touched someone else's scalp before. That's pretty intimate, right? It felt intimate. We looked into the mirror together after, and I expected her to say something about how it looked crappy, or good, or whatever. But that's when she said, "You're so beautiful." And she was looking at me. Right in that moment, I wanted to say something, but I waited. And the moment was gone.
Gotta flush the toilet. Another note. That's okay, thank you for the lurk. Hey Sam, do you want to see Pulp Fiction after school at the Coliseum? It came out last weekend and Todd won't shut up about it. So either it's good or we can make fun of him for liking it. My mum is supposed to cook dinner for us tonight for a change, but I can just ditch out on it probably. What time? Also, isn't that movie supposed to be really violent? Am I going to barf? According to Todd, it is pretty hardcore. I guess Uma Thurman gets stabbed in the heart with a heroin needle, so that's kind of hilarious. Also, something about cheeseburgers is important. Todd wants to see it again. 7:15, okay? Don't barf. Ha ha ha. Alright, see you then. Okay, so that's where we came from. But we didn't look at the stuff on this board. To whom it may concern, I, Samantha Greenbriar, am 17 years old and am therefore an independent, fully functional human being. The fact that you still forbid me from going into the city on my own is frankly absurd. Compare with Kate, who is only 3 years older than me, and yet you allowed her to go all the way across an ocean to another continent on her own. I just want to spend an evening in a normal, totally safe city on my own, like a human being, and since you may also remember that I have my own car now, you can't really stop me. What an entitled brat. She's 17, she's not an adult yet. Daniel called again. He wants his Nintendo game back. Sam, stop leaving every damn light on in the house. You're as bad as your sister. It's calling me out because I'm turning all the lights on. And I will continue to turn the lights on. I'm guessing this is the parents' room. Mum's purse. and I can't go through it. Rude. Postcard. I wonder if being able to pick up the phone is important. For some reason. The Bible. Someone's been through all these drawers. Another VCR missing. How many do they need? And why is she stealing them all? And ransacking her parents' room. Dirty undies. Another bathroom. Can't open those cabinets. It's a 2-room bathroom. Well, it's not a nudie mag. It's a religious sex book. Does that count? Oh my is right. And a big walk-in wardrobe. Another note. Katie, Mum and Dad were going to make up the guest room for you to stay in over the summer, but you came home on such short notice that they weren't around to do it. You can use my room if you want. I won't be needing it anymore. This is the guest room. Another note. Hey Sam, if you were asking what my ribbons meant, Here is a handy guide. Orienteering Rifle Team Adventure Training. So if you didn't think I was good before, now you do. She's a certified killing machine. Right. Nothing in that cupboard. Ghost hunting. Sighting journal. A tall shadow in the upstairs hall. When I rounded the corner, no one was there. How tall was Uncle Oscar? A faint voice coming from the bottom of the stairs. I said hello, did not investigate. Probably was the furnace. Poured milk from carton in fridge. It was spoiled. Pretty sure I read the spirits can sour milk. Milk was just bought yesterday. Lonnie says she feels a presence in the TV room. I suddenly began to feel cold. We built a protective pillow fort. Lonnie and I employ Ouija board as a medium. Disturbing messages are conveyed from the other side. Oscar is definitely here. Well, there's their first mistake. Enlisted Lonnie to stay up all night and help patrol premises, recording any signs of otherworldly presence. Lonnie reported many sightings, but all remain unconfirmed. Possible ectoplasm in attic, probably leaky due to leaky roof. Sample taken just in case. Despite our best efforts, we both fell asleep around 4 a.m. All in all, a successful night. Oh. Excuse me. What's this room? An art room. Another tape player. Another note. Halloween show.
Sometimes you just have to lie to Mom and Dad. Like when Lonnie asked me to see a band with her and stay over at her friend's place in the city after. That's a lie to Mom and Dad situation. But it was so worth it. The girls on stage were just so loud and real and awesome. And everybody was moving together like one huge tide of sound. Between two songs, Lonnie leaned over and said, "How do you like your first show?" I was so happy. I felt tears starting in my eyes. And then she up and hugged me. I think she could tell.
No, I don't want to throw it over there. This is a really big house. Nudie mags? No, no nudie mags. That seems like one of those romance books, though. You'd have to use your imagination for that one. Healthy choices. Lonnie, holy crap, I was in the library and noticed something in the corner. I found a secret passage and it hid Oscar's creepy old stuff in it. Oh my god, I have got to see this. We're skipping 6th. So I'm in here now. I have to go back to Mum's room and then into their cupboard. Or in... Captain Allegra and the first mate. Uh-huh. They're going to dress up. Forgot about the attic. Sam's dark room. Do not enter if red lights are on. Well, the red lights are on. It's locked. Does that mean that Sam's up there? Where's the secret passage? Oh! Wow. Clothing stuff? And a crucifix? Ghost Hunters Sam and Lonnie Secret House Investigation Log. 3 hidden compartments. Library upstairs and foyer. No ghosts found. Okay. Mm. So that's to the basement. And there is supposed to be another. What did we find? Private, do not read. Uh-huh. Interesting story. Where was the other one? That says it's in the other corner of Dad's office. Library? Past the nudie mag. In this corner. Misfits.
At Todd's brother's place after the show, there was only a futon to sleep on, so Lonnie and I shared it. The lights went out. I was turned toward her. My eyes started to adjust, and then I could see she was looking at me, too. In the dark, she smiled. My heart was beating so fast. I rolled over. I felt so, I don't know, nervous? After a minute, she put her arm around me and was so close and whispered in my ear, "I really like you." I just nodded my head, and I really hope she could tell. I really hope that she meant what I think she did. I felt like a shook-up can of soda ever since. I hope we have the chance to talk before I explode.
Where was the other one? Out there. Near the other bathroom. There? No. Yes. Oh, this is where the Ouija board is. First part of the combination. A pen. And a note. Hello, who are you, Oscar? What do you want? I assume it meant to come back. Where do we go from here? $0.51. A completed combination for the locker in Sam's room. I don't remember seeing a locker in Sam's room. Oh, right there. 0.51. A key
Lonnie came over today.
for the basement.
Everything was different. She was sitting at my desk chair, and she wouldn't look at me. Finally, I asked her what was going on. She said she felt like she'd done something wrong that night in the city. Like I must think... But I said no. There was nothing wrong. I just wanted to say... But I couldn't find the words. I felt like I was gonna cry, but I wasn't sad. She got up and sat next to me on the bed. I looked at her. Lonnie, do you think you could ever... And that's when she kissed me.
Yeah, I saw that coming. And she stole clothes. They've still got the security tag on them. A nudie mag. We found another nudie mag. Okay, to the basement. Big X-Files fan. Should have taken the shortcut through the parents' room. There's no run option. Nothing behind the door. Ugh, it's dark. Cobwebs. What's in the basement? Chips? I can hear the drops, but I don't see them working. I can't reach that one. There we go. More papers. Another sex assignment. A blue ribbon. Oops. One of those. I remember having to do them in school too. Not on a plaque, but the little rhyme to describe yourself with the letters of your name. I always hated it because I have 8 letters in my name. This is a pretty big basement too. Another letter. Congratulations, I'm pleased to inform you of your admission to the creative writing track of the Reed College Summer Program for Young Scholars. $75% financial aid. That's not bad.
I'm so stupid sometimes. I was telling Lonnie that I got into my college summer program thing, and I was all making plans like, you should come visit me, stay in my dorm room. But she said, Sam, I ship out on June 6th. I was like, ship out? To where? She said, to basic training. What did you think I was doing all that ROTC stuff for? I guess she's been planning to join the army right after high school since she was like 12. And I guess she's really going to do it. So I was like, after graduation, I'm just never going to see you again? She said, let's just have fun while we can.
A complete understanding. Uh-huh. So, Granddad was an author too? Another one of Dad's books? With something stuck to it? Ah. Citizenship. I can't read any of that. Oh my god, another room. How big is the basement? All the newspapers? Even more. The shoppers of Main Street were surprised today at the announcement of the Mason's Pharmacy would change ownership for the first time since it opened 10 years ago. Rumours swirled that the sudden sale of the pharmacy was transacted for a song. When asked about speculation that the deal had been signed for as little as $1, Mr. Samuel Onstein, Oscar Mason's longtime assistant and now proprietor of the Mason's Pharmacy, told the Register the specifics will remain between myself and Mr. Mason. Mr. Mason had taken sick and was unavailable for comment. So before we go down there, we'll go back this way, because there was more this way, wasn't there? Or was that? Yes. What room is this? A foyer type room? Girl Scout, a band formerly known as Cub Scout set list?
Todd's band lost their singer. Todd said he sucked. Lonnie said he got sick of Todd's shit, and he was complaining about needing a new singer. So Lonnie was like, I can sing. And they were all kind of like, you can? And she was like, probably. But she's been rehearsing with them for like a week now. And I finally got to see them play in Todd's basement today. And she's actually really amazing. I feel so proud when she's on stage. It's incredible being in awe of someone you love. So everybody knows it's like a temporary situation till she ships out in June. But Till then, I'm gonna be at every single show.
I think that's song lyrics. Maybe. So happy you liked the drawing. I was thinking of us when I drew it. I knew you'd be able to tell. You'd love Mexico, I think, probably. The nature here is totally different than back home. I keep thinking about Allegra and the first mate lost on a mysterious island where even the plants are out to get them. And then I think of them together out there in the wilderness together, and I start thinking of you again. I lie here in bed and I can almost feel you. I've been trying to save it up for when we're together again. I haven't done a good job, okay? But I tried. Okay, enough about that. Your last letter got to me the other day before we start driving back north. We'll be racing this letter home. If I get home first, we can read it together. And yes, I'm taking tons of photos. We'll have to spend so much time in the dark room. Jewelry? Heart pendant. They're so loud. A safe? First floor plan. I wondered where the kitchen was. Oh, when Terry was a child. He grew a bit between 11 and 12. A wood room? Yep. That's a dead end. stairs? Where are we now? Costumes, skeletons, devils. Psycho house girl. Uh-huh. Comic book. Another bag of chips. A label. Another letter. To Sam. I appreciate the time and effort you put into writing your letter. It showed initiative and was well written, but it does not change my mind on this matter. While I understand that Miss DeSoto is a friend of yours, the fact of the matter is that she defaced school property with profanity. The fact that she allegedly defaced her own locker in retaliation for another student doing the same to yours is immaterial. As to your complaint that no other student has been punished for their part in this incident, the fact is that no guilty party has come forward, and there has been no convincing evidence as to who might have defaced your locker. In other words, there is no one to punish. I would suggest letting this issue drop, as it all only bring more unwanted attention on yourself.
I don't get Lonnie sometimes. Like, her band, and our zine, and her hair, and everything are all anti-authority. But I watch her in JROTC, and she's doing drills in perfect formation, following orders, no question. And there's all this stuff in the news about don't ask, don't tell. Like, she's going to join the army and then have to lie about who she is. She said they don't need to know what they don't need to know. Like it was no big deal. This from the girl who trashed her locker to, like, defend my honor. I've learned when to stop arguing, though. I don't think Lonnie even gets Lonnie sometimes.
What's a girl justice now stuff? There's a tape player there. No tapes. What room is this? Where are we? Another secret room? Offer of promotion. Hey Lonnie, sorry my mum is such a bitch last night. She's hardly ever around since her forest is like an hour away, and then when she is home she takes it out on you. But because you're not a member of the family, she knows you won't call her on it, and I'm sorry. Haha, it's okay. I know she's just jealous of our cool and freewheeling lifestyles. I feel sorry for you. I'm lucky my mum lives in Florida. You have to have a mum every day. Sorry, I didn't mean to bring up the mum thing like that. I know, I shouldn't complain. No, I'm being serious. My mum is a psycho Christian, and her new husband, Don, is a complete tool. Living in Florida with him is her eternal punishment in my mind. So you wouldn't rather live with your mum in Florida? Cool painting. Not painting, drawing. Words really are hard. Another piece of scrap paper. Deviant behavior and homosexuality.
Katie, you know how Mom and Dad are. Not exactly super open-minded about things. It feels like every minute I don't spend with Lonnie, I spend worrying about them finding out about us. And what would happen if they did? You know Dad's joke about the nunnery that he'd tell whenever he brought boys around the old house? I wonder where he'd want to send me.
Guardian angels up above, bless this house with lots of love. That's where I am. I'm on my way to the kitchen. Another note. Sam, this skull was the coolest thing I found in Mexico, and it was like $3. I love it. Merry Christmas. The dining room. Another one of Mum's purse. Oh, ad starting soon. Another note. Jan, I got 2 tickets. for EWF on Thursday, but my girlfriend says she doesn't want to go. Her taste in music rears its ugly head again. So that leaves me with an extra ticket that I thought you might be interested in more fun than cleaning. Is Mum having an affair with a guy named Rick? Another postcard. Another cupboard. Yes. Another folder. That didn't open. Okay. Well, I hope it didn't have any clues in it. Can I smash a plate? No. They're good plates. I need those plates. First off, congratulations. And I say congratulations because, come on, you're going to take the job, right? What are you waiting for? An engraved invitation? Call them back. But in the meantime, let's discuss this little outing you had with our favourite flannel-clad hunk. What a blast. But you sound like you're needing a reading a lot into an innocent night out. You're sure there's something there? You said he has an out-of-town girlfriend. You're not sure they're not serious? Okay, so we have to figure out when we'll see each other next in person. Enough of with the letters. I owe you a congratulatory margarita, boss lady. Don't give up on this, honey. Okay, so this is more of this hallway? Yes. And this is kitchen. Another tape player. Whoop. And a tape this time. They're all too loud. Am I going to put the dishes away? What is the point of being able to open the dishwasher? And the fridge. Oops. I can open the fridge drawers. A banana. Sam's schedule. An invitation. Cutting board. Microwave. Another story. That's a little over the place.
Daniel finally came over to get his game. I'd been dreading it. But he brought this story with him that I wrote when we were little. I started reading it, and then there I was, crying at the kitchen table. He asked what was wrong, and I was thinking about how we used to be friends, how much I'd taken for granted. But instead, I told him about school, and Dad, and Lonnie. And then how sorry I was that I wasn't his friend anymore. He gave me a hug and said it was going to be okay. And for some reason, I almost believed him.
I've forgotten what date it's supposed to be. Are the parents away on their anniversary trip? Congratulations on your new position. So she did take the job. Nothing in the oven. Different bits of food. What's this room? Us out into the garage, I assume. Why is she putting that in the bin? Lonnie, my parents are leaving town, so we'll have the run of the whole house till you leave. Imagine actually spending the night in my room instead of sneaking up to our usual spot in the attic. Not that the attic doesn't have its musty allure, but my bedroom is warmer. Sam, we should defile your parents' bed while they're gone. That'll show 'em. Lonnie, you are gross. Never change. Another note. Sam, your mother and I will be away for the long weekend celebrating our anniversary, June 3 to 7. We'll be camping in the gorge. So tired, send help. Yeah, me too. Can't help you. But we will give you a call on the way home. Sorry, the kitchen is still mid-renovation. Never trust a contractor. $40 is on the table to order pizza while we're gone. Be good. You also have a thing. Do I want it? What is the thing? Is it a thing that I would want? Where are the light switches? There's one. Another bathroom. And a piece of paper. You're not gonna tell me?
Lonnie had her going away show with her band tonight. She's so incredible on stage. And she was singing, I could practically forget everything. That we only had 48 hours left. That I don't know what comes next. That I can't live without her. Then she dedicated the last song to me. And I couldn't take it. I was out on the curb in the alley, sobbing till my ribs hurt. I would follow her anywhere, Katie. But I can't. Where she's going. After a long time, she found me. She said she was sorry. She said, I wish things could be different. I just wanted to make you happy. I said, I don't think you can anymore.
How am I supposed to know if I want it if you don't tell me what it is? Aw, thank you for subscribing. I appreciate that. With your Prime. Cool. Who has a cooking magazine in their bathroom? Was that your thing? Because if it is, I really appreciate that. That's an awesome thing. It was awesome. Thank you. Is there anything in the washing machine? There's a note in the dryer. How did that not get wrecked in the washing machine? Have we shown you how to explain it better? The army is this thing I grew up with. It's part of me. My dad's army friends are like family. I've always known it was where I'd end up. I'd never thought of it any other way. I wish things could be different. Maybe someday when I'm settled at a base and you're done with college and you're a famous writer and I can rebuild a tank engine with my eyes closed, things will be different and we can be together. Until then. Anything else in this room? No. I'm waiting for a new washing machine to arrive. Spent more than I would have liked to, but it was necessary. I can't salvage the old one. It's balked and leaking. Yeah. That sucks. When I bought my new washing machine, I spent more than I was meant to as well. I probably didn't need a 14 kilo, but it was the same price as a 10 kilo. It was on sale. Nothing in there. What's that? Strong Pines. It gave you a good 8 years. That's pretty good. The Accidental Human. That sounds like an interesting book. Dear Kaz. Cover copy. More John Russell stuff. Where we'll do it. Another secret door under the stairs.
We agreed our last night together would be our happiest ever, and we'd forget tomorrow was going to come at all. It worked for a while. We had a good time seeing Oscar off, then ran up to the attic to look through our photos, to find one for Lonnie to take with her. And looking at them, I realized they were there wouldn't be any more. I didn't know what I was going to do. And I cried. And she held me. She said she knew it was hard, but life would move on. I said I didn't want my life to keep moving without her. That's when she cried too. I was so exhausted. I must have fallen asleep like that, in her arms. In the morning, I woke up, and I was finally alone.
No, that's sad. That's not ominous at all. Possessions and exorcisms. The attic key.
The sunset light in this house is the saddest thing I've ever seen. I just want to sleep. When I'm in the attic, it almost feels like Lonnie could still be here. She's just downstairs. I'm just waiting to hear her pull down the hatch and come running up. Maybe I'll go up to the attic and wait.
This is a long, slow walk to the attic. We'll get there eventually. One more corner. There it is. Up we go. So she was sleeping up here. Aw, broken heart.
Oh my god. Katie, I fell asleep in the attic, in Lonnie and my old spot, and I missed the first two calls.
Hi, country.
I just barely caught the third one before the machine got it. And it was Lonnie, on a payphone. She'd been on the bus to Basic, and she said she couldn't think of anything but me and us, and that she couldn't go through with it, with the army and being apart and all of it. And so she got off the bus in Salem. She said, "Sam, I want you to pack up everything you can and get in your car and come find me. And let's just drive until we find somewhere for us." And she asked me if I could do that. And I said yes. Yes.
It's amazing how many people actually do call me Rogue Chicken. I don't mind. This attic is pretty big too. Letters to Katie. Have I gotten to the end of the game? What's going on? Did I miss something? Hello?
Katie, I'm so sorry that I can't be there to see you in person, that I can't tell you all this myself. But I hope as you read this journal and you think back, that you'll understand why I had to do what I did. And that you won't be sad, and you won't hate me, and you'll just know that I am where I need to be. I love you so much, Katie. I'll see you again, someday. Love, Sam.
So that is the end of the game? But I didn't find out where anyone's gone. Did I miss something? It was a sudden ending. I'm disappointed. It feels unfinished. I don't know if I've missed something. Cat. They're thanking the cat. I knew it was a short game, and it's taken me 2.5 hours. But I thought that I'm just not happy with the ending, I suppose. It's just, it feels unfinished. I don't know where the parents are, and the only thing that I do know is that Sam ran off with Lonnie. And the whole ghost thing, I don't know. Clearly I missed bits and pieces. Yeah, I don't know either. But anyway, oh no, I was just about to get... I'm still here. I just finished the game. I don't know what else. Like, it's nearly time for me to get off anyway, so... I'm quite happy that the stream worked at least. Besides the fact that it crashed an hour in. Yeah, I finished the entire game. It was good while it lasted, but it had no ending. Really. It really felt unfinished. If I managed to find out where the parents were, like for certain, because I couldn't remember what date it was that I got there. So they could have been on their vacation. And we found out that the sister ran off with her girlfriend. But we don't know where they ran off to or... Yeah, it just... not what I expected, I suppose. I knew it wasn't going to be like a horror game, but I thought that it'd be more involved, I suppose. I also don't know why my drops aren't working. I dislike such games. One game did it to me, The Operator. I need more, give me an ending. Yeah. I haven't heard of The Operator. But now I know not to play it. Thank you. I wonder if my drops work now. That I've... Oh, a 911 operator. If there's a second game connected to it, the first would have been considered a good enough game. My drops look like they're working. On my end, at least. Are they working on... Yep, they're working. Cool. I didn't see them work at all while I was playing. I heard them drop. You saw the cake earlier? Yeah. I thought that was all that was happening. Stupid OBS. I'm glad that OBS lasted for at least an hour before it crashed. Nightbot's getting his drop in too now. Is anyone going to land in the cake? No, I didn't either. One more drop. And then I'll have to end stream. I need to have some lunch. Is that the washing machine you're getting? I've not heard of that brand. Ultra fast washer dryer combo. I have now googled it. It was a 5-year warranty included. I think I've got a 5-year warranty on my washing machine. I got an LG. I like LGs. Mine's just a washer though. Yeah, most machines you can these days. My washing machine has an app. And it sends me notifications when the washing is done. That has been the best part about it. These are too fancy for our house. It's a bit fancy for my house too. The next thing I need to buy is a new dryer. The one we've got works alright, but my dad doesn't like us using the dryer because it's like just outside his house in his poppy flat. My current one can only send diagnostic messages. It wasn't that fancy. My fiance saw my washing machine and he's like, why are you in the 90s? The one that I had before the one that I had before the one that I got now, it was a twin tub. And that was because we lived out on a farm. So we needed to, like, save water. Because it was all dam and tank water. You have a twin tub? The twin tub, it's like you have a washing section and then you transfer it over to spin it out and rinse it, and then you take it out and put it on the line. Oh, you almost made it to the corner with me, Tech. Almost. Not quite. I inherited my dryer from an ex-friend and it was like 20 years old before it decided it preferred to burn things. Yeah. I had a dryer. Like the one that I've got now is technically Dad's. And the one that I had, we actually had it in the shed for a couple of months when we first moved here because we had Dad's to use. And then when we dragged it out, because it actually dried better than the fancy one that Dad has. You landed, Tech. But yeah, when we dragged it out of the shed, the mice had gotten to it and chewed on the cord, so we had to dump it. It is so hot in here, so must make sure water can be scarce, yeah. It almost did both one day. I unplugged it and ignored it that day. Yeah, you definitely need a new dryer. Oh well, time for more magic juice and some food. Yes, I must hop off and have some lunch and coffee. Can't forget the coffee. Not sure what I'm going to have for lunch though. I did buy muffins. English muffins. So I might make a bacon and egg McMuffin. wonder if there's anyone that I want to raid. I don't think anyone's that I follow is on at the moment. Hope to see you around soon and maybe catch you for yeah. I have considered streaming in the evening as well after the kids go to bed, but I'm usually so buggered by then. Might go raid someone named Ace Scorcher. He's playing Peak at the moment. Sound like a good plan? Alright, I'll catch yous later. Did that work?